Good morning, everyone. I want to share with you our everyday morning routine in volunteering in Helpix. So it's about 8 in the morning now, and we are preparing for breakfast. And this is just the base is banana and a lot of nuts and seeds. And I'm just going to put some water. The dog's already fed, and there are some more animals that we are going to feed. Because outside, as you can see, it's quite cold. It's about 0 degrees. So we have inside, we have a fireplace. And so this is one of the dogs. He's still getting up. And also you can see it's a bit frozen outside. And soon I'll take you out and show you what we're doing there. So we got up a little bit later today. It's about 9 something, and it's about 0 degrees, and we located in the south island of New Zealand in the west coast. Yeah, so it's about, as you can see, a bit freezing, 0 degrees, and there is a dog that accompanies us. So basically what we're doing, the main tasks are to feed the animals in the mornings. So there are plenty of animals, and I'll show you which animals they in this area.
Oh, they already shouting.
Yeah, so they already hear us coming. And we are living, basically it's not our place, it's a place of a couple and a family that actually, while they're in holiday, we are doing those tasks for them, and in exchange we can use their facilities, like stay at their home in a nice warm room, and have the food they have over here. So we'll stay about a week or two over here, we'll see. And yeah, so now we are going to feed the first ones. We are going to feed the chickens. So the chickens, as you can see, they are hungry and ready to be fed. So this is the scraps of the food, so this is the scraps of the food, and you see one chicken escape. Luba, I don't think you need to work hard, because when you put the food, she will come by herself. Yeah, so the chickens are waiting for us. This is the chicken and the dog also. So all this area, it's part of the people's property. It's really kind of big property. And this is homegrown ducks. I'll get closer later. So here is just to check if they have enough food.
I have enough.
Yeah. So basically we just need to... Yeah, so they have enough food at the moment. So the chicken stands here, and then when she wants to eat, this thing open up, and it just protects from the rain.
And this is just bread or put here?
No, just spread it here, and there is just water for them. So this we're doing once a day, just to check if the chickens are alright. And also, but feeding the ducks we're just doing twice a day. See, I didn't close anyone over there. Yeah, so the chickens are good and busy over there. Yeah, Molly is a young dog, and she likes to play. Molly, give some time for the birds to eat. They want to eat. So yeah.
storage for food. So we have some garlic.
Yeah, so we'll just spread the food. The ducks already know that what we're going to do with it. So while we're feeding the ducks, I just want to explain that after living in Auckland for some time, I was really interested to see what is the difference in living in the west coast of the South Island of New Zealand and living in big city like Auckland. So one of the things that I noticed that people here are not even thinking about closing their doors, like they don't lock in anything and just normal. Like, you know, it's kind of small place, people know each other, and the family told us they may be closing their doors only when they go in maybe for a long time. Yeah? So it's something that you can't do just in a lot of cities actually. Even when I was living in Whangarei, New Zealand. Molly! Come! So yeah, we need to go because the dog won't give the birds option to eat. Molly! Yeah. So, as you can see, the dog is quite well behaved. Yeah, anyway, so, you know, living in a place that you have this degree of safety, I think it's a really big and high priority, because from the time that I was living in Auckland, I can't say that living in Auckland it's safe. Myself, I had some incidents with safety issue, including robbery and violence. And also because I work in mental health services, I kind of know the picture of what's happening in different parts of New Zealand. And I must say that I can't say that Auckland is safe, and I can't say that you safe to go by yourself at night time. But, well, it's gone to that place. But the reception that is being advertised, that it's safe. Well, I must say at the moment I found place that's a lot safer than in Auckland. Alright, so now we're going next to feed the next animal, so it will be chickens and pigs, sorry, sheep and yeah, sheep and pigs. They're probably waiting for us. Feeding the pigs is quite difficult, but it's okay. It takes time, and
you need to be quicker because pigs are very hungry and they just staying in there. What is called like.
Oh, there's the newspaper. So as I was saying in the video before, that another thing I want to mention, that usually when you're doing this kind of work and volunteering with families in New Zealand, like I told in the last video, usually the people are staying there. So, and we're working with them, like helping like 4 hours, and they make food for us, and we can leave without paying any extra. And this time the family left and just gave us the task, and we are staying there at homes. And that's another thing that I must say, that how people trust they know us just from emails, and we stayed by night, and already they left everything and trust us that we'll be kind of, you know, alright people. So that's something that in Israel I was never thinking of. And in Ukraine, for sure, there is no way unlock the house, no way. It's not safe. In Ukraine, you need to, like, you go in, if you live in an apartment, you need to go through the entrance, you have a key, and then you have a person who 24 hours over there. And wait, no, I wanted to show the pigs, no! So, good morning, this is the pigs.
We have some stuff for them, just leftovers.
Yeah, so that's the leftovers of food. Yeah, put it there, and then the barley we can put there with water.
Half the basket is okay.
So, whoever didn't see how pigs eat, so this is how they eat. Yeah, so we wanted to give the pigs some water, but the water is frozen apparently, so no water is going. And as you can see, the sheep are waiting for their food.
We have some barley for them as well. Ground barley.
So this is the breakfast for the sheep. We're doing it twice a day. Yeah, so what I wanted to mention about trust, that in a lot of countries you can kind of comprehend that you can give total strangers the option to stay at your house and just leave. Yeah, who is going to do that? But here the trust is different. So that's why I'm saying, like, you probably won't be able to do it in Auckland as well, and a lot of cities in New Zealand, but in this area you can, and it's a major bonus to live in a place like that. And there are many other benefits, like really affordable housing, a lot more affordable than Auckland, and new hospital is going to be built up here with facilities that even newer than in Auckland hospital. Yeah, when majority of people. So all these things you are able to know and find out only when you go live and check by yourself. You can't know that by online, like reading online and things like that. But for me, I was really interested in checking out this area because I really didn't give a chance. And for now, my impression quite positive. So I still haven't started looking for any work or jobs over here because I'm still kind of exploring the place. Yeah. So another task that we need to do during the day is maybe to do some cleaning, take care of the house, and later on we have our own stuff that we need to do. So whoever loves the nature, actually the ocean is very close. The West Coast Sea, Tasman Sea, is very close. And but of course it's cold now, but anyway, it's close and you can go to the sea as well. So this is one of the things. So when you finish your tasks, you are free to go to do whatever you need to or want, and you don't need to think about buying food or where to live and things like that. Or when you're ready to settle, so okay, you find work and do whatever needed. Also, I want to add that the family that we are staying at, they actually made really good choice of really good choices in their life. So they bought property here many years ago when it was very affordable, very cheap, and that. But as you can see, all these big properties requires lots of work and all these animals. So they also eat the animals, but we are plant-based, so it's not really relevant for us eating these animals. So I'll probably, if I live in a place, I need to choose a place where I can grow plenty of fruits and vegetables. So I'll do my choice with that. And also this place has plenty of space, so I don't know if I'll want like huge property like that. Also something that I really have to do is exploring people's lifestyle. So by doing this kind of volunteering, except checking the place for living, but also to see how people live, because I must say that the lifestyle of living in Auckland several years and rent a house and go to work and barely see the house and the kids, it's not something that I will want for my future. That's why at the moment New Zealand has barely any COVID or something like that, and we're trying even not to hear any updates from the news because it just makes more stress. So that's why it's interesting, like, to look at people's lifestyle. I think this people's lifestyle is a lot more something that suits to me, because the air quality here is really good, and regards the weather, I don't think it gets like really low like is in Russia, like -10, 20. It gets maybe like you see in the morning around 0, and of course in summer it's a lot higher, but like living in a place like that, it doesn't mean it's a lot smaller than in Auckland, but it doesn't mean that it's not good place to live. What's your impressions here so far?
Yeah, I think it's a nice place to live in terms of climate and weather. Nevertheless, we heard a lot of bad reflections regarding West Coast, that it's a lot of raining and it's really cold and severe wind. But now you can see we are lucky, we have some sunny days. And yeah, I would say that even small places in New Zealand is very well infrastructured. You know, if you even need like a public toilet, and it could be like a small place, you just doing a stop, you always can find a public toilet with a toilet paper, clean and nice. And yeah, you can also find like any services or shops. Maybe it's not like many of them, but everything is available. And yeah, people know each other. And for example, yesterday we need some mechanical service, and we just asked a couple of people where we can find specific services, and our landlord give us a tip, and another guy. So yeah, people were very open, and they friendly and supportive. And yeah, actually it's nice to have feedback from locals, even if you have like small stops, having breakfast or lunch. Just chat to people and ask questions, how do they live. And yeah, you got a lot of interesting information from them. Yeah.
Yeah, another thing what I want to mention that you can hear people say different things about different places in New Zealand. So I always, like I said, I recommend that you check everything by yourself and see how you feel and your impressions. Any country that you are staying and living and checking out to immigrate, you will only know if you get there by yourself and see how you feel. So what I heard about the West Coast, that people are racist, people don't like foreigners, don't like immigration, all these things. But actually when I came to the West Coast, I see that actually there are plenty of people here from overseas, like England, South Africa, Germany, the Nordic countries.
Yeah, we also had small talk with our landlords regarding different nationalities living there, how people accept like foreigners and how they communicate. And she said it's alright, it's multicultural environment and people go along with each other well. So yeah, and it's all about building relationships, and actually people have pretty the same values, and they have strong community, strong feelings of community here.
Yeah, and it was really important for me to go to these places because you won't hear a lot about the West Coast from other people. Why? Because a lot of their intention is to advertise you, selling like studies. Yeah, like to sell you some where you can study, where you can, you know, to sell something. But I'm actually showing you places where you can actually live and really high quality. And like I said, when you're able to not lock your door, it's already high level of safety. When you have, let's say, affordable housing, so the less you pay for your house and you have like big section and space, the more freedom you have. Because in Auckland at the moment you need to pay 500, 600, 700 grand for 3-bedroom house, new one, with no land at all. Well, here as you can see you have huge amount of land, and it will be like twice cheaper at least.
Yeah, you mean.
Yeah, and also like I said, regards work, so maybe you don't have like 50 position of nursing here if you're a nurse, but you have at least 3 or 4 each time, and you need only one basically, so you don't need a lot. So as you can see, after we finish our tasks, we are free to do later what we want. If you want to go to explore the area, we want to go to some events, we want to check facilities, we want to look for jobs, whatever, we have the time to do so. And of course the benefit of it, like you don't thinking about paying bills or paying anything. So you did your hours and then you're free to do whatever you need. So that's why it's really good. So of course if you are family, it will be a little bit more complex, but it's still possible of doing. But if you are like young couples or older couples without children, and you think you'll manage to do so, so I really recommend check it out, the countries that you want to immigrate in this way. So anyway, this is a little bit about the